We're on scene tonight with body cam video from police in Columbus, Ohio, showing the dangers that officers face every day. Police were called to a hospital after a man was brought there following an overdose. Miles Jackson had passed out in a car in a suburb. While he was at the hospital, officers found Jackson had an outstanding warrant for domestic violence and transferred him to the custody of Columbus police.
You don't have nothing sharp in your pockets, do you? Hopefully somebody would have caught that earlier. Uh-oh. Got a little bullet action. Don't see people carrying those around every day.
While officers were taking his belongings and bagging them, they found bullets and multiple credit cards in different names. An officer continued to search Jackson.
Get his arm behind his back right now. Oh, stop.
What are you doing?
Stop.
Officer Ryan Kirschbaum found a gun in Jackson's pants and tried to cuff him, but Jackson resisted. The body camera was disabled in the struggle.
Get security, man.
I'm going to comply, man. I'm going to comply, bro. You just, man.
Let go.
Man.
It's still in there, dude. It's still in there.
Officers used a taser and Jackson's weapon fired. Officer Andrew Howe fired one shot, then his gun jammed. Jackson was on the floor, but still had his gun in his hand.
Drop gun!
I dropped it.
No, you didn't. Put both hands up now.
Get your right hand up, dude.
Right hand up. Don't do it.
I'm not going to
Don't do it.
I'm not going to
Get your right hand on your head now.
Jackson refused to drop the weapon. His backup arrived for more than 4 minutes. Police demanded Jackson put both hands where they could see them.
Keep your hand up. Go. I swear to God, dude. Taser.
Officers tased Jackson a second time. He fired his gun again. Police returned fire. A hospital staffer tried to rush in, but officers stopped him for his own safety until they made sure the scene was secure. Jackson died of his injuries. No one else was hurt. Joining me now is Sean Sticks Larkin, as always, retired Tulsa police lieutenant. All right, Sticks, so the suspect is brought in for an overdose. It does seem that the police there were surprised that no one had checked his pockets up to that point.
Yeah, there's actually an earlier body cam from the agency that brought him into the hospital. And when they're putting him into the back of the ambulance because of this overdose, the officer does a very light pat down. Now, whether it was just poorly done or he was distracted, regardless, he missed the weapon. And that's something when you're in the police academy, just like you're taught, you know, if you ever take possession of a gun, consider that it's loaded until you yourself inspect it. And that's the same way we need to treat prisoners, is when you take possession of a prisoner or somebody you're taking into custody, you need to act like this person has never been searched by another officer. And that's why it's your job to go through, his pockets and his body thoroughly, like they were doing there at the hospital.
You know, it was a little hard on the first round. If we can watch the second time, because that the officers gave the suspect, they'd given him multiple opportunities to surrender. They tell him to put his hands up. Police use a taser for the second time, and this is when the suspect fires again. I mean, what are the police's responsibilities after he's fired once at this point, and he's still not putting down the weapon?
Hey, listen, the restraint on the officers not to immediately fire again. And, you know, they told him, as you mentioned, for about 4 minutes, they gave him these commands to show his hand, his right hand. He refused to show it, the hand that was underneath his body. Over 85 times they told him to show this hand, and he still refused to comply. Now, people that just hear, the suspects, what he's stating, he says, I'm going to comply. Okay, I am. I'm scared. The point is, he never does what the officers are instructing him to do. Had he done it safely, they would not have used deadly force, this second time that resulted in his death.
And as we've talked about many times, tasers aren't perfect.
No, they're not. And what they were doing there, because of the close proximity between the officers and the suspect, they're doing what's called a drive stun. We're all familiar with the taser when it shoots the two probes out that then go into the body, et cetera. And this is when you're in close proximity. It doesn't allow the tasers, or the probes to split out. You physically put the tasing device up against, the suspect. It doesn't have the impact as much as a full taser deployment does from, that 10 to 15 feet away. But the officers did things right. They had a less lethal option. But anytime you want to use a less lethal option when somebody has a gun or a knife, you have to have a lethal force option first and foremost. And they did that as well.
And it's just important to remember, again, they think that they're there, guys overdosed, and they're just going to, make an arrest at a hospital. You always have to be prepared for the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly as you point out. Officers are trying to help this guy for a medical problem and an overdose, and then it results in this. And, one of the officers was trapped in the hospital room with the suspect for 4 minutes in the corner because he couldn't get past the guy because he was still armed with a gun down on the floor on the opposite side of the gurney.
Wow. All right. Well, the good news is that none of the police officers were injured. That was a tough one to watch. Sean Larkin, as always, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.